The beef crisis is about to begin. Hear from straight from a rancher what's going on with the market right now. We have the Biggs Prep comes in to confirm some of the story, what we're hearing down about seafood down in the Gulf Coast. Also, canned food is starting to disappear and go into shortage in some areas, just like we predicted and we're sharing from your reports. Also, we're seeing mail thefts going up significantly out there. So let's jump into this. Welcome to the Poplar Report. I'm Steve Poplar. I'm an accountant, and you guys send me the reports of what you are seeing in stores, on shelves, and what you're seeing at your workplaces. So we want to thank our sponsor, Genesis Gold Group. As we jump into this, if you have retirement funds, you want to get into something safe like gold, silver, or platinum coins, instead of just stocks and bonds, you might want to talk to Jonathan and his team. There'll be a link at the end of the video to get some more information. All right, so the presidents of Turkey and Russia are meeting right now to negotiate a new Black Sea grain deal. Now, this is what the Eastern European country as well as Russia trying to export their grain, and they're both like blowing up each other's ships, and so they're blocking that unless they can come to a negotiation again so they can both export. Both are major exporters of grain, so this is a big deal of whether this will get wheat out there on the markets as well as other grains and things to do. Turkey, of course, is a big proponent of getting this done. Russia has been very skeptical. They've gone along with it for a while, but they have a lot of issues with the grain deals as they've been negotiated before. Eastern European countries as well as NATO countries are all absolutely for this. All right, continuing on with the Eastern European conflict, the country there has chosen to replace their defense minister because he was caught in too much corruption in that country. That's saying something. Considering the bribes that went back and forth, it's just crazy stuff. So they replaced him, and apparently a good bit of that reason is because the failed offensive did not work. And just a lot of wasted lives, a lot of lost momentum in the war over there. All right, this is from the Biggs Prep. As I mentioned before, I can verify the shrimp/seafood story you shared. Mr. B's uncle drives a truck for a seafood company here in Florida. He went from 5 to 6 days a week delivering to stores seafood all over with overtime to 2 days a week, maybe, because people just aren't buying seafood. It's expensive compared to other options like those abominations that get sold as chicken and just a lot of the other stuff that's available. Beef prices are going up dramatically, but so are seafood, and people are just having to cut back. Really having to cut back. It's tough times for a lot of people out there. I know it's tough times for a lot of you guys as well as me, and just the prices just keep going up on everything. This is from Anna. Walmart in Maine. Yesterday, dairy at 50% less, eggs 20% less, bottled juice is very low, and big thing is over-the-counter cold meds very low. We're moving into that season. If you need to stock up on cough medicines, cough syrups, all that kind of stuff like that, you might want to do that sooner rather than later. We've seen a lot of shortages for a long time about that. And when we were in flu season and just sickness season, we saw a lot of that disappear real fast. This is Karen in Saskatchewan. We won't say any more specifically where. Just watched your show on the worst wheat harvest. This is worldwide, right? We did a video on that, just how the Durham wheat harvest across the world is devastating. You are right, Durham wheat is used to make making pasta due to its high protein and gluten content. And also the refrigeration problems are not only parts to be being hard to source to fix them, but also the refrigerant as well. My husband is in commercial refrigeration. He said the refrigerants are all made overseas. Oh, that's another wonderful discovery that we've all made together, isn't it? We just bought a bottle for $410. Last year it was $250. Sorry, bottle of 410. That's the gas. Last year it was $250. This year it's $700. The bottle deposit also went up from $150 to $200. Refrigerant. This is from Love My Honey in Jacksonville, Florida. My brother's 18-month-old Tran AC unit circuit board broke. Very rare event, according to my local company owner. No circuit boards in the U.S. Back ordered for 4 months. Owner had to order a whole new unit from Tran and cannibalize the circuit board to install on my brother's AC. 1 week in Florida with no AC. His family stayed at our house until fixed. If you're in these areas like Florida and it gets hot, sticky, nasty hot, and it can almost be a survival issue. I mean, it is a survival issue for certain people with medical conditions. Do you have backup plans on how to cool your home and cool your family if your AC goes out, right? Do you have backup options? Do you have backup equipment or plans on what to do if you lose AC? If the power goes out, then everybody loses AC all simultaneously. Knowing what to do in order to stay cool is important as well. Patriot, and it's spelled a little unusually, but says, the Aldi in Muscle Shoals, Alabama, had very small display of canned veggies and fruits for a long time. It keeps shrinking. Not much coffee, rice, pasta sauce, but the junk they sell keeps expanding. I'm hearing that from a lot of you guys out there. The essentials, and especially the cheaper items, the raw materials to make homemade food keeps decreasing, and all the junk food just keeps expanding. The Kroger at Barnes Crossing in Tupelo, Mississippi, has not had a single bag of russet potatoes. 10 bags of red potatoes that were brown, not red, they're getting old, and 1 bag of Yukon Gold potatoes. They did have a sign up apologizing for the lack of potatoes. We had a bad potato harvest last year, folks, and we're right in the time where we're waiting for the new harvest to come in, and we're entering in that window where we're going to be seeing probably spotty outages of potatoes and potentially larger outages of potatoes. So if you need potatoes over the next couple months, you might want to go out and grab them if you see them. I'm talking about fresh potatoes. Canned potatoes, we haven't seen real issues with that just yet. So those seem to be okay for now. But once we run out of fresh potatoes, canned potatoes start disappearing real fast. Betty in central Louisiana says, our local post office has blocked the outside mailboxes from accepting mail because of theft. If you want to mail something, you must go inside, and that's hard because of restrictions on hours. They will stay open because of repair problems on equipment in the building. So they're shortening hours, but then you have to go inside in order to mail stuff. It's crazy out there. One small town in our area has had to close 2 stores, and it's a small town, right? Christy in North Dallas and Fort Worth area says, I went to Sam's Club today and noticed lots of items were very low. Sugar, only a few bags left. Rotel tomatoes, Uncle Ben's rice, corn flour, extra virgin olive oil, Vienna sausages. I have been noticing olive oil has been getting pretty thin out there. Also tuna. All of these were very low in stock. The less expensive water bottles were completely out. Only Ozarka and more expensive water were left. I also went to Tom Thumb. The sugar was extremely low there, and the flour section looked very condensed. It seems like this is happening at a lot of places. They are making sections smaller to try to make it look well stocked. Once again, that's in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Thistle Creek. Please do keep your updates coming, by the way. If you have things that you're seeing missing or going out of stock in your stores in your area, just use the word update in any comment on this channel, and it will get to the right place. If you have information, especially from like workplaces, that you need to get to me directly to keep your name out of things, you can email me directly at poplarpreparedness@gmail.com. This is from Thistle Creek in western Arkansas. Walmart shelves are starting to consistently look thin in this area. Also went to the store this morning and the potatoes were practically empty. Potatoes, right? And also had a gallon of milk a week or so ago. Went bad way before the date stamped on the jug. I'm hearing that from you guys a lot. Milk is going bad before the date stamped on the jugs. DJA in the United Kingdom says, beef is pretty much gone at my local Aldi's and not looking to be stocked up. The last time I went there was 5 days ago and the beef section was missing at least 80% of its stock. Yesterday I went back to see if it was missing or if it was stocked up yet, and it wasn't. The same items were on the shelf, but in fact were missing just a little more. This was in a poorer area, though, so maybe might not have been a priority to provide meat to this area. But not being able to buy beef is kind of a big deal in just about anywhere, right? North Star has this to say, beef herds are gone in Floyd County in southwest Virginia. The past 20 years, about 2 times a month, I have to drive south through the center of this rural, hilly county. Half on rural roads past grass-fed Angus beef ranches. From 100 plus to 600 plus acres, grazing fields, which you can see from the road, once had 50 to 200 head, are now at 5 to 20 head. Plenty of hay bales have been stocked up in the area. They're still getting 3 hay cuttings a year, and this is just confirming out there, the U.S. beef herd is going to start rebuilding in 2024. But no beef may be available by mid-2024. Prices will go through, this is what they're saying, prices will go through the roof if you can even get any. So that's their assessment of that. But what I will add some hard, fast numbers to is that we have the smallest beef cow population since 1962. So this is a bullwhip effect because of the droughts, because of the high feed prices. A lot of farmers have sold off their cattle, and we're getting to the end of that. A lot of them were trying to unload their cattle before the fall because they didn't want to stock up on expensive hay. And now in Virginia, there's a lot more hay, but when we're talking about west of the Mississippi, things are a lot tougher. And so a lot of these farmers have sold off, ranchers have sold off a lot of their cattle, and they've held back a lot less heifers to have calves, right? And so even from what the folks were talking in South Dakota when I was out there just last season, saying basically it's just not worth the effort to do the work of calving. So we're seeing the beef herds are down dramatically, and so far they've been selling off the cattle. So we haven't really seen the impact on beef prices yet because they're still getting plenty of cattle in. But soon this is going to turn. The ranchers are going to be done selling as we go into winter, and they're just not going to have any cattle left to sell, and prices are going to go up dramatically. So we're kind of waiting for that to happen here. But as we go into the fall, we're going to start seeing that turn, and it's going to get ugly, folks. So if you like your beef, you might want to stock up, get your freezer stocked up, get your orders in with local farmers. That's the best way of doing it. You can get some good, decent prices, as well as supporting and building relationships with farmers in your area. All right, folks, thanks so much for watching. If you want to check out a new video, there's one right up here. Also, if you want to get information from Genesis Gold Group, there's a form that you can click on right here. Thanks so much for watching. Steve Poplar of the Poplar Report, out.